Hello and welcome to an Everquest guide for a level 110 Shaman. And this is how I play my Shaman in a boxed situation, but I think this is going to be valuable to anybody who wants to use a Shaman as a healer class. So let's kind of go into spells, and then we'll go into my hotbars and how I have that got set up. We'll talk about gear, AAs, and where to go next from this. So this character literally just hit 110 just a few moments ago. So kind of get all this set up. I have all the spells memorized and set up the way I'm planning on playing her. So I'm going to position this character as a healer, a primary healer, to replace my paladin's mercenary healer. I notice I still have a mercenary healer on the Shaman as a backup right now. I've been practicing with my monk to kind of try this out. So this is kind of how I'm going to do it. So I have Reckless Rejuvenation. This is a 110 spell. It heals for 17,000 and it deals a 10,000 damage to me. So what? Why would I want to damage myself, right? So if I heal, like, wow, try health, I go down to 94%. Okay, pretty basic. We'll cover up how this is actually going to flow. See, I've already regened it back. I also have Reckless Regeneration, which is the level 105 one, which heals 14,000. Notice it's only a 3,000-ish difference between the two, right? This one will damage me in the process. This doesn't list how much. So I have those as my two primary heals. Then I have Cloud of Renewal. So Cloud of Renewal calls forth a Spirit's Renewal that will heal your group for 9,000 every 6 seconds for 24 seconds. Now, Cloud of Renewal is special. Because it is, where's the focus? Is our focus spell. So every time we cast this, we have a 100% chance to trigger Luminary's Synergy 2 on all group members. What does Luminary's Synergy 2 do, you ask? Well, it provides the next 3 heals to heal by an extra 10,000 points, right? So this becomes 27,000. This becomes 14,000, right? Now, that's in the case of that I'm the only one healing. Now, if you have like a paladin, right? They got self-heals and stuff, so those are going to get consumed. But every time you cast Cloud of Renewal, you get this synergy back, right? It's right there. There's the 2 charges, right? Everybody gets 2 charges. It's great for everyone. It only lasts 12 seconds, so it's not that long of a duration to get that on there. Next, I have Prehistoric Intervention. So this is like your oh shit heal, really. It heals based on your health at the current time. So if someone's low 55% health, they will get healed for 24,000, and then it varies all the way up to 4,000. So if I hit it right now, it's a fairly quick thing. It's group heal. Can't see it because everybody's got health, but it doesn't really do a whole lot of healing otherwise. It's in the spam in my multi-bind, but it is what it is. Then we have Frostbitten Gift. Now, this spell is actually kind of cool, and it kind of puts shamans in a very unique position when it comes to multi-bind healing that some of the other classes don't have, like say Druid or whatever. All right, so I'm targeting my monk, right, Tuwani. If I cast the spell, it nukes her target, right? So I did 82,000 damage on that nuke, but then at the same time, I got 2 charges of healing twin cast, right? Now you're gonna kind of see where this is going, right? So I have the way my multi-bind works is it's just gonna be insane here in a second, right? All right, so we have this. It does a lot of damage on crit. It's free damage, right? This is something we would cast no matter what to get those healing twin casts. We get 2 of them. So notice we have 2. All right. Next, I have Spiritual Squall, which heals all the allies around your target for 4,600 every 3 seconds for 7.5. So you get like 2 of these. 2, it's like 8,000 heal, right? So my target is Tiwani, right? If I move back over here and do it, notice everybody in that area over there got healed. So, and then it got healed again. And that takes a charge of the twin cast. Keep in mind that. Then I have a Blood of Tevik. This is a group cure. Everything cure, right? I just cast this and boom, everything gets cured. Now, I have this memorized for situations where you get like Restless Ice or something like that, and I don't want to deal with targeting somebody. We also have Radiant Cure and Impure Cure, or Impure Spirit, which are other things, right? And then my Paladin has Squall. I mean, not Squall, but Splash to deal with that too. But I just have it on here just in case, right? Poisons can be painful. And then I have 3 damaging spells memorized here. So I have Chaotic Poison. What is this one called? Iliactar's Pandemic and Ergo's Curse, right? Now, not Paladin, Shaman is kind of unique in the fact that they get these kind of combination spells. Necromancers get a few of them, but this is pretty ridiculous, right? Chaotic Poison will cast my highest rank of Scorpus Blood and Nectar of Suffering. So if I click this, Scorpus Blood is 11,000 damage per tick for 42 seconds, and Nectar is 8,000 damage for 6 seconds for 42 seconds, and then it also has a chance to trigger 13,000 a tick, right? And there's a 10% chance that it'll also cast the instant cast Nuke for 13,000. And then it'll also try to cast this one here for 6,000. Like, it's just chaotic poison. I'll tell you what, it's potential to do a lot of damage, right? So I have that. And then I have this Iliactar's Pandemic, right? This will cast Breath of Iliactar, which does a 9,000 per tick for 1 minute and 24 seconds. And then Burm's Pandemic for this one, I think just does this one does 7,200 per tick. So okay, kind of seeing where this is getting up. We're almost at 100,000 per tick dot damage from these 2 spells, right? And then over here, not that one, we have the Curse, which does 12,000 a tick every 6 seconds, right? So I have these all hotkeyed in one button that's just like cast 8, 9, 10. So I'll just do it for an example right now. Make sure she has that targeted. There we go. See, like, there's all the poisons. Here comes some disease. What are these? Oh, that's from my bard. And then there's the curse, right? And if we look at spell damage right here, you can kind of see how much per tick, even with the crits, right? It's like 100,000, 82,000, 162,000, 159,000. This is substantial damage, right? Substantial damage. And then that's also how I trigger my pet. Stop. All right, so I have those 3 dots memorized. Then I have Incapacity memorized. This calls forth a protective spirit to guard your target for 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The spirit can intervene when a creature strikes your target, lowering the creature's attack speed by 25%. And there's a 45% chance that will also heal the person you cast this on, right? So this is like a tank combat initiative kind of spell, and then it'll heal them and it'll fade after that, and you have 240 charges, right? So I cast this on my my monk. That's actually the wrong macro. I moved all my spells around before the video to kind of fix that. That's 11 now. So they would all be lined up. I had everything everywhere before this. All right, so that's kind of like those spells. Then I have Roar of the Lion. This will get swapped out at 111 for composite. Composite Roar, I think is the name of it. What this does is this fills our attack, fills our group with the power of the lion, empowering their melee attacks and healing them every 6 seconds. Now, let's go here, combat initiatives. So this is pretty much this spell right here, Talisman of the Sabertooth. Now, this one doesn't have a heal on it, but fills your group with the power of the leopard, giving them a chance to do 2300 damage proc. Now, what they did is they put that inside this spell, and let me see if I can find Roar of the Lion right here. So it doesn't show. I'm gonna get my monk over here and just hit this thing for a few seconds, right? We should get like Lion's Roar, 40,000 proc, critical. Apparently you can twin cast it too, another 40,000. You can see how much damage that's doing, right? And the heal is substantial. I think it's like 20 something thousand, but you can kind of see here, just auto attack on, not pushing any other buttons, right? It's pretty good. I don't have healing here. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there we go. 6,900 from the Roar of the Lion heal. So turn her off. All right, so it's substantial and it adds up, right? And then in this last spot, I have just whatever, right? Like I switch out buffs. I think I had regen in here because that's the last thing I cast, right? It's just the last spot, whatever. All right, so that's the spells I have right here. This is all of them. I'm probably going to take Prehistoric Intervention out when I get the next Reckless. So I'll have 3 Reckless and won't have that one anymore because there is an AA that will cast every 3 minutes. So. Right, so let's go into hotbars, and before we go into hotbars, I want to talk about my extended target window. I talk about this and everything. All my stuff is based around extended target window. I get all my targets from this extended target window. So 1 is always my tank, my monk, whatever. 2 is my bard. 3 is the character I'm, the healer. 4 is the target that we're fighting, right? So my monk here, so you can see the nut thing over there. Like if I target Wellura, it instantly changes the assist target to Wellura. So like, how you do like assist so-and-so? There's like a delay and you have to usually do like a pause 5, comma in front of your macro. With this, I don't have to worry about that. It's instantaneous. So that's kind of why I do it that way. And then down here at X target 20, I have whoever the group tank is set as. And this is for the situation where the group tank and the assist are not the same person, which I've experimented with, but it's just complicated for me to play, so I don't really do it as much. All right, so that's out of the way. Let's go into hotbar. So I have a hide corpse hotbar. This just hides corpse and auto inventories anything in my hand. So I have a mage I play with some of these characters. He's always summoned mod rods. This is just an easy way to put those into their inventory without having to deal with that. Whoa, what is that? All right. And then that also does, where is it? What is it called? Communion of the Cheetah. So that's just like it's a really fast Spirit of Wolf, if you will. It's like, I don't know, I have my Bard one too. So, we run pretty quick. So I keep that on all times. I had Bard cast hers at the same time. And you'll see they both like stack, and Taltac stacks with all that too. Then I have 4, which is my multi-bind assist. So this is my X target 20. So I'm going to target the tank. Now, assist is probably the wrong word here. I used to have more stuff in this macro, but I took it all out and put it as separate buttons. This is how I heal. So let me put her right here, and she's fighting. She's not going to take any damage because it's a combat dummy, but it'll explain the principle here. So if I hit 4, just once, it casts a spell, right? I got Roar of the Lion, right? If I cast it again, Cloud of Renewal. If I cast it again, it did all the AA stuff at once. If I cast it again, I get Frostbitten, which nukes her target. Reckless, and then if I keep if I'm hitting the button as fast as I can, right? Cloud of Renewal. It's gonna go into Reckless. It's gonna go into Frostbitten. Now it gives me two twin casts, right? There's one. There's the other one that they all got used there. Cloud of Renewal. And if I just keep going, right, Frostbit gives me 2. Reckless, that consumed 1 and gave me another one. Consumed them both there on the next one. See, now it's hard to show. Like I'd have to go fight something that's actually doing damage to her. But you can kind of see here the amount of healing I'm putting out right now just from doing this. And it's massive overhealing. Like, let me see here. Let me pull this in, right? So I was in over there. Not that one. That one killed 20. Let's do this rock golem, right? So this is the healing summary. So Ketka is healing, 10k per second. She healed, this is the mercenary doing, backup heals for me. But I'm overhealing significantly because I'm group healing a lot, right? And, it just kind of goes in there like that. So this one here, she didn't even overheal at all in this one. She was taking so much damage. But we're getting like a max heal 47,000. Was a max heal 42,000. The cleric mercenary got a 72,000 max heal. She heals. The clerics heal better, even the mercenaries in certain cases. But for the most part, a player is always going to out heal a mercenary, and that's kind of where I'm going with this character. Is going to be replacement healer for my paladin. I know we overheal a little bit, but I'm fighting mobs that are like almost chunking Tawani down, right? If we go to tanking summer here, right? She's getting hit for 63,000 averages, 13,000. So that overhealing isn't really that bad if you think about it after all. All right, let me turn off attack on you. All right, so that is like my multi-bind, right? So I hit 4 and I just go through this, and I have them all in a very specific order. Roar first, group heal to get the synergy, Frostbitten to get the twin cast, and then I go into the heals. So there's a build up time to the healing for this, right? And so like the first heal isn't out until cast 4, right? Well, Cloud of Renewal is actually pretty strong heal, so that's keeping me keeping it going, right? And how we talked early on about how Reckless takes health, right? Notice that I'm like regenerating that health like instantaneously. Like it means nothing. I can chain cast them all day long. They have recast times, so that's why this kind of works out. And as long as I'm keeping the person alive, it should be fine. And as I get more AAs and stuff, it will become even crazier. And it's crazy. And we'll go and go through the rest of these. So I covered all the spells up to here, but now we have some other spells in here. We have Soothsayer's Intervention, right? So this will cast prehistoric Intervention, which is the oh shit heal. It'll possibly heal for up to 24,000. That's an AAA every 3 minutes, so I just kind of have it in there. That's why this spell slot will be freed up probably whenever I get that next one. Then I have Ancestral Guard. Now this is for me. This gives me a rune and absorbs damage. This is kind of like just makes me a little bit more tanky. If like my tank loses aggro, right? I'm gonna not just instantly die to a mob that hits for 63,000 when I have 200,000 hit points, right? Like it's just protection for me as the healer, right? Then I have Call of the Ancients, summons a stationary ward, just heals everybody in the radius for 6,700. See here, Spirit Guardian. So this one puts the target under protection, if you will, and watches their health. If they go too low, it'll give them 30,000 points of regeneration and, you know, just other goodness, right? And I just spam cast. 5-minute recast, you know, typically, like on a named, I've kind of, all these things are probably up at that point in time. Let's see here. Spiritual Guardian. Let's see here. Another protection one. Does the same thing as Call of the Ancients. Oh, no, wait, no. That was the Spiritual Guardian. This one over here, this is what I meant to go to. Union of Spirits. This one just heals the target for 45,000 and then 29,000 over every tick for 18 seconds. And it increases the stats too. Another just big heal. And these are all going on whoever the tank is. X target 20. Right? And then I cast on 6. So it's just a button that I don't normally push. So 6 is the cure. It just cures, you know, whatever we have. And it's group, so I don't have to really care about targeting. My burn, I do silent casting, Call the Ancients, Fleeting Spirits, Soothsayer's Intervention, and Ancestral Aid. So that's a lot of spells, right? Silent casting will lower my aggro and prevent me from pulling aggro when I'm doing a bunch of stuff. Like, especially like if I start getting like crit heals and stuff, like for say some reason the tank is just not generating enough aggro. I cannot find the spell at all. It's really frustrating when you're trying to find something. There it is. Lowers my hatred by 85% for 1 minute. Call of the Ancients, we talked about that one here. Summons a ward. I just in case it's not being used here, it's getting called in my burn. Fleeting Spirit. So this one allows you to twin cast 10 damage over time spells that have a duration, or allows you to twin cast heal spells. It's a 20-minute reuse, that's why I have it in here. So this will just make my heals all twin cast for 12 seconds, which is really useful in the beginning of an encounter to kind of get that, you know, that extra healing out and whatnot. Ancestral Aid. I don't think that's there. So just heals all group members for 8,000. I could probably put this in my multi-bind, in all honesty, but I have it in my burn right now. Burn 2 is X target 1. So this one targets X target 1. I'm going to change that to X target 20 because those are not the same thing. And then that will cast Ancestral Guardian, Union of Spirits. Spirit Call is summons a pack of wolves. Like the targeting is not correct. Like it's not gonna. I used to have this a little bit different in the way I ran some of these things, so it's just still there from that. And then Companion Fortification just makes the pet stronger. I think I was literally just putting everything I could click inside of these things at that point, but it's there. Languid Bite. So Languid Bite, where is that one? I feel like these things are like always different. Yeah, Languid Bite. So as a passive ability, your slows have a chance to do that. So I don't actually know why that's in there. That one, I think early on, I think I'm mentioning this in an early video. This was an on-demand, I think, and then it became a passive at some point. I don't know exactly. Rabid Bear gives me more melee stuff. Spire of the Ancestors here just blesses all group members with Apex, healing them, giving you higher critical damage over time, crits, healing crits, all kinds of good stuff, right? I have Mallow in here for some reason. I don't even know why that's there. I have that on a different one. This one, right? 952. Which is it? Wind Mallow? Yeah, 952. I have Mallow in there. It is the AoE Mallow, so it doesn't need a target, so it is there. And then Dampen Resist. which will lower the resist of the target. Where is that one? Yeah, dampen resistance. 60 to 100 points. So it's really nice to have on there. The burns aren't perfect, I don't think, but my goal is to heal now with this character, and so some of this is lingering from before. Let's see here. That's that bar pretty much. I have inconspicuous totems, so this is our escape. If you watch any of the videos for these characters, like sometimes something goes bad and the monk dies, and I'll hit the totem, and I'll just do it right now, right? So it turns me into a totem. Any aggro I have drops, and I'm unable to move, one, and I will not be attacked by anything until it wears off. It's a pretty good spell. Great for that. Then I have a mount. Let's get rid of this totem. It lasts for like 40 something seconds or something, so it lasts for a while. And then mount. So when I'm out and about, I'm always mounted. Now, here, let's just start spamming healing, right? Watch our mana, right? Or 94%. It went back up to 9. Like, we're getting like 3% mana per tick while on a mount, right? And we're not really losing enough. I think Roar is the biggest consumer of mana. We're already back to 100% mana. And we're sitting on this, right? We don't have any... We don't even have Bard Song going right now. That's the crazy part about all this, right? Let's get rid of that. You don't have any combat abilities. Let's see here. Oh, we have Clarity. That's the only mana regen we have at the moment, right? So the biggest thing that's going to take our mana is these dots. So you can see there we went down to 80% instantaneously, not 82%, 85%, which is generating so much mana so fast that it doesn't even matter. And if we do run out, we got Cannibalize, and that'll just take some health. But you can see, like, if we just keep spamming heal, right? We're already back to almost full life, right? The next tick will be full, you know. That's even with Reckless going, so pretty good there. So that's that. And then my dot macro, right, targets the target dummy, right, or whatever X target for is, casts poison, casts disease, casts the curse, and then tells the pet to attack. I have a slow macro, which is the same kind of thing. This, I'm going to change this actually. Pet attack and pet swarm. There we go. So this one will slow. It'll cast Mallow, and then it'll cast AoE slow. So that's AoE Mallow. So everything, you know, in the range. I can't remember if it's point blank or targeted AoE, but it slows everything. And it slows, not just slows everything, but it only does the AoE slow. So there's a single target one I should probably put in here, but apparently I didn't put it in here. And then I don't really slow that much, especially like this is characters going with my paladin to try out soon. And I only slow names, in all honesty, with a two-hander at this point. AoE Mallow, AoE slow, it's good for that situation. I have this X target heal 20, so this is the before I did multicasting, the multi-bind healing, I was manually doing everything with one macro, so I got cast. These numbers don't make sense anymore, but it was cast gift, it was cast the reckless, it was cast the standard heal. I had standard heal at the time, and then group heal. This is no longer needed because I spam heal. Tranquil Blessing and mass buff. So this is just make sure my buffs hit everybody. If I'm in the lag pile and I want to buff everybody up. My follow macro is pretty standard. Stand up, X target 1, follow, and then cheetah. and then invite. So invite allows me to invite everybody. And then when I hit follow on everybody, they all invite the person that they're targeting, which accepts the invite that's that person sent out. It's a neat little trick to save time. I have my guild hall teleporters, my origin, my campfire, my plane of knowledge stein, and my throne of heroes. Those are just my transportation things. And I kind of have the same thing on all my characters like that. Just so I can get them all, you know, I try to keep things the same. So it's pretty much the same. Then I have like standard healing. These are outdated now, but just, you know, X target 1, 2, 3, and I used to have a 4 because I tried out grouping with my paladin, and then I didn't like it with the monk, but I'm going to bring the shaman into his group, I think. So I have all 4 of these right here, which just target the person and cast all the heals on them. Then I have my sloth macro, which is X target 1, should be X target 20, doesn't really matter. I don't need group on here anymore. As when I was testing everything, I used to want like text like popping up whenever they did something, but it got annoying really quick. So this will cast 11. I don't even need the pause in there anymore since there's nothing else in this macro. So if we do shift numpad 5, just instantly cast that, and then she's available to do other things, right? So let's see here. Summon Banker, Bind Affinity. These are all this needs to move up here. This one too. Just transportation things I try to keep there. And that's my multi-bind bar. It kind of bleeds over to this bar here because I ran out of movement. I did not want to move these hot bars. It's a real pain to move hot bars and realign them all. So let's see here. Up here I have Call of the Wild, which will summon. So by default, shamans don't have a in-battle resurrection, but they can call somebody back to battle for no experience. So if my monk dies, I summon her back. Typically the group stays fine. I don't know. Like the monk just gets squashed. And then I have a Rejuvenation of Spirit, which is the 96% res that shamans get. Spirit Call summons a bunch of pack of wolves. I don't really have this configured right now. Like my multi-bind is mostly focused on healing, so I really need to figure. Like this is the problem with some of these classes. Like you need to change targets a lot, and when you're boxing, changing targets a lot for different things like healing and stuff doesn't really lend itself very well, the way I play anyway. So I'll probably change this into some kind of different macro, somehow doing that. I just haven't thought of it yet, and that'll come more important when I have my mage going at the same time, since the mage gets more benefit from more pets being around. Ancestral Guard, that's just the same hotkey that's down here. It doesn't even have to be duplicated anymore. Wind of Malice, that is the AoE Mallow. Let's see here. What is this one? Call the Ancients. We already talked about that one. Spiritual Rebook. This is a like a AoE root that knocks things back. It's pretty nice. Same with this one. This one roots something. Single target for 3 minutes. So some crowd control, but I find that a lot of mobs are immune to root, so it doesn't even matter. Then I have this. I don't even know where I got this thing. Curious Companion Compactor. Right click. Tiny pet. It's just, I don't even know where I got this. I found it in my bag one day. On one of my characters. I don't even know. And then Talisman of Celerity. It's there. It's 60% haste. Like if I didn't have other haste, right? I have it on right now, but I think it stacks with the other haste. So it's typically I use it to haste my pet. I should have I should have Hasting of, yeah, here it is, Hasting of Jarneth right here. So this is the 120 haste. So this is from an enchanter. Then I have Cannibalize. I don't have this in my macro. It won't kill me. So like you can spam it and it will not kill you. It'll warn you before, you know, oh, you don't have enough health. So, you know, there's that, but typically I just do it when I need it. But with the multi-bind healing, I don't need to ever really even do anything. Like, especially when I turn the bard on, right? Like, she's singing now, so she should, I should be generating, how much mana am I generating right now? Only 840, which is a pretty good number, right? All things considered. I do have Beast Lord mana right now. Let's see here. Radiant Cure and then Impure. These are just 2 more cures. So if I need to swap over and get more curing out, you know, it could happen. Food and drink. This just summons food and drink, right? Like early on, I didn't have my packed picnic basket here. So I needed to I needed a way for them to have food, and it was, you know, this was the only thing I could find on the shop to summon food. So before I could get this picnic basket, so these where are they at? Where are they? Yeah, right here. Fresh cookie dispenser and spiced ice dispenser, right? Like it gives a little bit of stats and stuff, but they're temporary, so you gotta resummon them every time. It's kind of annoying. Then I have potions. Like this is the Beast Lord mana regen potion. This is the clarity potion. I think early on I didn't get external buffs at all, and that's kind of like what I got. So Griddle of Living Thorns gives me spike coat, which I don't even think I can use anymore. Yeah, it gives me a little bit of armor and another little damage shield. It's just a neat little clicky. I have group shrink. I like to shrink all my characters down, or make them gnomes. Like, it's just, I like to be small. I feel like I'm running faster when I'm small, but Pack of the Wolf. So this icon right here, Pack of the Wolf, this is the aura that shamans get. And look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is insane. Like, absolutely insane. Grants Ultra Vision, okay. Grants See and Viz. Grants attack speed of 80, so you don't even need symbol at this point. Grants maximum health, mana, and endurance of 20,000, right? And it also turns you into a werewolf, but I have it blocked because I like to look at my characters. Yeah, so this is like the best aura in the game. Beast Lords get a mini version, but if I click it off, right, I lose 20,000 hit points. It's pretty crazy, and it's the only aura that doesn't ever wear off. Like I don't know what is going on, but it lasts. It's actually permanent. You can use this AA Pack of the Wolf to actually cast down without having. It's just someone at Daybreak plays a shaman. I'll tell you that. And then I got pre-incarnation. So this just casts our pre-incarnation spell, which, if I could find it, right? Pre-incarnation right here. So it gives you a second life. If you die, sometimes you come back to life. It doesn't always work, but when it does, it's great. And then Visionary's Unity, which casts Pack of Murtalik, which will grant you a chance to summon a pack of wolves, or now it's one wolf. It used to be a pack of wolves when you get attacked. So it's kind of like a defensive ability. It's pretty nice. All right, that's all that. I already talked about Union Spirits. That's a secondary thing. Some controls for my Merc, passive, reactive, imbalanced. I do have a healing Merc as kind of a backup, right? Like I just recently moved to this healing and I want to be sure, but I'll probably suspend hers when she joins my my paladin. See here, perfected levitation and suspend companion, silent presence, and group silent presence. Group silent presence, that's invis. Suspend companion just suspends your companion, right? Like there he goes. Watch, poof, he's gone, and poof, he's back, and he has all his buffs. And then levitation just levitates. I think I have it blocked on like almost all my characters. I hate levitate except in very specific circumstances. All right, and then I have my amulet of necropotence, which unshrunk me to turn into a skeleton. So if I'm shrunk in like, say you're in Kale, and you come to like the stairs, and the stairs are like this big, right? And you're shrunk. This will unscrew you, right? Like you can go up the stairs then. Like this is too big of a jump, but you understand what I mean, right? And I think I have an amulet of necropotence on like every character at this point. All right, let's see here. I think that's all of that. Let's talk about gear. How long can I make this video is really the question. So gear. I'm currently wearing full conflagrant gear. I focused on Vital, Ingenious, and Brilliance. It's kind of all over the place, honestly. Eruditeness and Brilliance there. Brilliance. Now, Heroic Wisdom is the stat that I'm going for. I think that's the best for a Shaman. Like, I just don't like Heroic Stamina. I've heard that's like what you go, but it's just gonna give me more hit points, right? Like, I don't really, it doesn't really matter. I'd cannibalize, like watch it cannibalize, and I'm go down to 50% health, and then I'm already back at 70, 79. It's just gonna go back up. Like, that's just with like the standard stuff. So. It's not, doesn't seem to be anything. Unless it adds to heal amount, I really don't care. Now, Heroic Wisdom gives me more mana. And that's fantastic, right? I don't know what increases my, this right here. I know, like, if we look at an item, right? I know heal amount is on these. So if that's something we're going to, you know, we want more of because we heal. We want more mana regen. I have no idea what clairvoyance does. Like, I literally have no idea. Does it tell? Yeah. Okay, return mana, so a gift of mana, right? So very nice. We're going to want luck going forward, right? Luck is going to be very important to us. Everything else, like the defensive stuff, not really that important to me. Could be to you, not important to me, because I play with, you know, box characters, right? But where are we at? So, you know, conflagrant armor. So the step up from conflagrant would be TBL group armor. There's also a tier, I'm gonna call it tier 3, ring of scale armor, which is like 200 HP better. So it'd be like you'd have like 5400 HP. Let's see if I can think of the name of it. Let's just skip TBL. It's boring. TBL is boring. Snowbound is the best armor you can get for 110. So faded snowbound. Let's inspect that. So you can kind of see if we compare that to what we already have. It's a 1900 point HP increase. You know, everything else goes up. It is the best armor you can get at 110. So definitely something to consider. And it also has a Roar of the Lion and Dissonant Roar duration increase. I don't know if, yeah, the Prophets, the conflagrant does have that also, so that's good to know. So, and then the clicky also heals the group for 12 to 43,000. Jeez. So it's definitely, this is where you'd want to go in getting that kind of gear in that sense. Weapon, I'm using the one-hander. What is this called? The sensor. I don't know. I don't really know what's better, right? I don't have AUGs, but I think there's a two-hander you can get. I might have one on me. No, I got rid of like all my junk. But what this does, every time you cast a spell, you get a chance to get 250 mana back via the sympathetic invigorating burst, right? If you melee stuff, you'll get it too, but in the way I play, since I'm playing as like the healer, like it just doesn't work out for me. I don't even know where that would go. It's gonna go here somewhere. You remove by empowering area. No, I think my bar just singing a bunch of songs. Let's see here. Let's go back to gear. So I don't know. I feel like this was the best option for me at the time. There might be better. But right now I'm going to go with this because I like the extra the AC and stuff. Like if I get hit, I believe we do get a shield block. I think there's a shield block. Yeah, we do get shield block, so it's a little bit more defensive in that sense. We also get staff block, but that's 15%. Shield block is 20%. So pick your poison, if you will. And then brilliance. So I'm kind of going, it's like really all around right now. I was just like crafting random stuff. That like I don't have any AUGs, so I would focus on heroic wisdom personally, but heroic stamina might be a better option. I'm not 100% certain yet. Like I have more wisdom right now than I do stamina, and maybe I'll change my mind, but I'm at 800 without the mount. I'm at 800 mana regen. That's crazy. I wish my druid was at that. My druid's at like 600 or 400 or something like that. It's terrible. Let's see here. That's that. So I would go into snowbound. I'm probably just gonna buy them all snowbound because these guys aren't gonna be doing much else. But I think snowbound would be the next set of armor you'd want to go to as you progress through TOV. See, that's gear. AAs. So since I'm going healing, right? Like that's where I want to go with this character. Healing AAs are really where it's at, right? And healing adept. This will increase the effectiveness of the reckless line, right? Healing boon gives your healing over time spells a chance to crit and double the healing value, right? So that'll affect Cloud and Squall. Abundant healing will affect the reckless line, and I believe it is also the non-heal over time spell. So I'll give you even more healing. So that's just more goodness there. If we go to the class abilities, I don't think there's anything healing related besides the AAs that we've talked about. Yeah, like all these are pretty standard. I would probably also go for which one is it? Combat agility, and then general sturdiness and natural durability. For more like defensive, you get like you pull aggro somehow off the tank, and now you're tanking for however long that takes. So I would make sure to have that. Sympathetic amplification, you want this just triggers that proc on your weapon a little bit more. And I don't know if we talked about healing adept, probably did. You want that one too. Probably mental stamina to get more mana. And then if you're going to be doing more dots and stuff like that, you're going to want destructive cascade and enhanced rune. Just make your dots more powerful and whatnot. Yeah, that was auto grant. So these are all like, we already have all these ranks. So this is where the only things we need to spend points on. It goes really quick for a Shaman. We're already at 37,000 AA. So I think at 42 to 48 we'll be capped out. And then focus. So some of these you don't have to worry about right away, right? So 115, you're going to want to spend 200 AAs on that immediately at 115 so that your next rank of your 115 rank of Cloud will still work with your synergy. And this will add 21,000 to the heals. So it's just insane. You're going to want to do the Reckless Regeneration line. These are all these other focuses will come in about 113. So this will just give all your Reckless line an extra 12% effectiveness and lower the recast time by 5 seconds. So you can do 3 of them. The recast time, I think it'll be 3 of them. This gives you just really just a 2% extra, but you should be able to do 3 of them. If not, 2 is plenty, I think. Ghost and a Renewal. This is the group heal over time. I don't mem the single target one anymore. This improves out an intervention spell. I would say skip that one if you want. And if you're doing dots, you're going to want to grab your dot focuses for sure. And I think that's probably most of them. And then the Glacial Gift, right? You want to increase this. This will increase the damage of that, which will increase the damage, but it won't. You still get the twin casting, right? So that, and then Extended Wild Growth, right? Now, this is an interesting line of spells, right? It's like only really effective for a warrior. But if you're boxing your tank, Shadow Knight or Paladin, or in the case of me, a monk, you want to probably still use this. I don't have it memorized right now because I was with my my Paladin the last time I really played this character. But this will give your tank an extra bunch of hit points. It decays over time, but it's good. Now, Paladins and Shadow Knights get their own version of this, which is equivalent. So you don't have to memorize it, right? So that's kind of why I don't have it memorized right now. But if I was, going to keep going with the monk and stuff like that, I'd probably drop one of these dots, probably the curse, and I'd put it. Let's see, where is it? It's like HP buffs, right? Temporary Savage Growth is the last one I have. So I'd put it there, and it's a minute recast, so I just put it in my multi-bind, right? So it gets recast every so often. So where is my tank, right? I can't cast it right now, but it'd be, in the multi-bind and get cast every so often, but I forget to cast it on my Paladin all the time, so it adds, a good chunk of hit points, but typically, unless you're fighting a name, you don't really need it. And these, you just get the focuses for what the spells you're using. I would say it'd be the best course of action there. But I'm going to focus on Ghost, Reckless, and Synergy. And I don't know if there's one for Squall. I don't see one, but there might be one. Oh yeah, right here. Squall? No. I think that's a different spell. I don't even know what this one is. Yeah, this is just AoE. So that's kind of where I'm going to focus with gear. That's where I'm going to focus with AAs. I don't think there's anything else, honestly. I think we've exhaustively covered the Shaman class for 110. If there's anything I've missed that you're interested in, let me know, and I will make sure to put that in the 115 video. And if there is anything else, I can't really think of anything. It's gonna be kind of where it goes. I am gonna persona this character into a cleric just to try that out, and a druid. So we're gonna try out some different things over the next year. and see how it works. But this is gonna be a healer for Persona sakes, and I'm gonna be able to share the non-visible gear between the healer classes, right? So that'll be interesting to see how that all ends up working. But there we go. So that is everything. I got nothing else to say. My voice is starting to kill me. But there we go. That is a Shaman at 110. Thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.